So, after one of the most emotionally heavy episodes of the season, Will Trent finally gives us something fans have been waiting for, a moment of closure that hits just as hard as the loss itself. Amanda's death still lingers over everything. It's not just something the audience feel, it's something that has deeply fractured the entire team, especially Will. Even though the story has technically moved past James Ulster, the emotional damage hasn't gone anywhere. Will is still carrying that weight, and in this episode, it clearly affects how he thinks, how he works, and how he processes the case in front of him. For someone known for his sharp instinct and almost uncanny ability to read crime scene, Will feels off from the very beginning. He struggles to piece together basic details like who the killer targeted first, and it's obvious his focus isn't where it needs to be. The trauma is clouding everything, and then something happens that feels completely out of character. Will walks away from a crime scene. That moment says everything. He's not just distracted, he's overwhelmed. What follows is where the episode really shifts gears. What initially looks like Will collapsing from stress turns into something much more layered. He begins experiencing what feels like mental time loop, revisiting key moments from a past, including his early connection with Amanda. Some of these scenes bring unexpected humor like glimpses of a younger Faith or early days of the Atlanta PD much, but underneath that is something much heavier. Will is confronting his regrets not just about Amanda but about every loss he's carried with him. It becomes clear that he's stuck in this cycle because he never got the chance to say what he needed to say. And this is where the episode truly shines. Through this vision, Will finally gets the conversation he was denied in reality. Amanda, as he remembers her, is still tough, still guarded, but there's vulnerability there too. We start to understand her better, why she pushed him so hard, why she kept emotional distance, and how much she actually cared. The relationship has always been complicated. There was respect, loyalty, and unspoken bond, but very little openness. This episode finally breaks that wall down. When Will thanks her, when he admits what she meant to him, and when they finally share that long overdue hug, it lands. It's not just emotional for the sake of it, it feels earned. And for the first time since her death, Will looks lighter, not healed, not completely okay, but at peace in a way he hasn't been before. The case itself, while intriguing, almost feels secondary. It revolves around a scientist Ethan and a twisted situation involving a life extending formula, deception, and stage murder. There are enough twists to keep things engaging, especially as the truth about Ethan and his girlfriend Krista unfolds. But ultimately, the investigation serves a bigger purpose. It pushes Will towards that emotional breakthrough. Still, the resolution has its moment. The reveal that Ethan faked his own death using a neurotoxin is clever, and the final confrontation adds tension. But even in those high stakes moments, the emotional core remains front and center. Will isn't just fighting a suspect, he's fighting to hold on to the last version of Amanda he has left. In a powerful symbolic moment, she guides him, urging him to trust her one last time, which ultimately helps him survive and allows the team to find him. That teamwork matters. Angie, Faith, Ormwood, everyone plays a role in bringing Will back, both physically and emotionally. It reinforces something the show has always done well, balancing procedural storytelling with deeply personal character arcs. By the end, Amanda's presence is still felt, but it's no longer suffocating. Instead, it becomes something that can guide the team forward. There's even a quiet suggestion that the team might continue without a single central leader, honoring her legacy in a more collective way. There are lighter notes too. Angie's ongoing pregnancy continues to be a running joke, stretching on longer than expected, and it adds a bit of levity after such an intense emotional journey. But make no mistake, this episode belongs to Will and Amanda. That final hug isn't just a goodbye, it's closure, forgiveness, and love, all wrapped into one moment that fans have been waiting for. And while it may come through memories and imagination, it feels just as real as anything else. For a show built on solving crimes, this episode proves that sometimes the most important resolution isn't about the case, it's about the people. Thank you for watching. Bye.